everybody, and welcome back to another absurd Heroine video. So today we're going to be playing a little bit of meta. This particular deck has made quite a big splash in the meta scene recently, and I'm here to bring it to all of you. So it's Jeskai control to a degree, but it's Jeskai Super Friends with a very specific twist. So let's just take a look at it. We have Spell Pierce, just your typical part of control, counter target spell unless its controller pays 2. Shock, deal 2 damage to any target. Fumble, the lost. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card. If he entered from your library, draw 2 instead. When Fumble becomes targeted, when it becomes the target of a spell, shuffle him to his owner's library. Then we have 1 of Lightning Strike, because that's all we had room for. Then we have a bunch of friends, okay? We got Gideon Blackblade. Gideon Blackblade is insane. So as long as it's your turn, he's a 4/4 human creature, soldier, token, blah, blah, blah. He's just this big dude, indestructible, that's still a planeswalker. Prevent all damage to be dealt to him. Yeah, you all know Gideon, I'm sure. +1, target creature can gain lifelink, vigilance, or indestructible. Then you can exile non-land permanent. Narset is amazing. I love her. I love her character. I love her card. Each opponent can't draw more than 1 card of each turn, which is great if you're against very particular decks that like to draw a lot. Mainly control of any type. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a non-creature, non-land card from among them and put them into your hand and put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. And that is everything here except for 6 cards. Fumble, the Lost, and Spark Double are only creatures, and I'll go over Spark Double in just a moment. Then we have Teferi Time Raveler. I know I have Teferi in this deck. I'm sorry. This is a meta deck. I'm explaining to you what other people play. I don't normally climb the ladder with this deck. I'm just showing you that this is what is here, and it's got Teferi in it. Each time opponent casts spells, each opponent can cast spells only anytime they can cast a sorcery. This protects you against any kind of counter spells or lots and lots of good. Like, it's just good. It's just stupid. Until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. I don't think we actually have any sorcery spells here. No, we do. We have Deafening Clarion. And then return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand. Draw a card. So then we have Deafening Clarion. Choose 1 or both. It deals 3 damage to each creature, and creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. Then we have Spark Double. So you may have Spark Double enter the battlefield as a copy of a creature or planeswalker you control. So planeswalker, pretty much always. Except for it enters with an additional +1/+1 counter if it's a creature, and it enters as an additional loyalty counter on it if it's a planeswalker. And if it isn't legendary, if that permanent that you're controlling is legendary. So we have a lot of planeswalkers in this deck, so it can become like lots of different cool things. And Kasmina, Enigmatic Mentor. Spells your opponents cast that target a creature or planeswalker you control cost 2 more to cast. And we have lots of planeswalkers, as I've said numerous times now, so that's really, really good. Then her -2 is create a 2/2 blue wizard creature token, draw a card, then discard a card, which is just great. I mean, it gets you what you need in order to get your combo going, and it puts a dude on the field. Really, really good. So we're going to go through to Sarkhan last, actually. We're going to go to Teferi now, and I'm sure you've all seen Teferi. You all love Teferi. Everyone, yeah, okay. Draw a card at the beginning of your next end step, untap 2 lands, and put target non-land permanent onto its owner's library 3rd from the top, and then -8, you get an emblem that says whenever you draw a card, exile target permanent and opponent controls. Yeah, it's Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. Yeah, everyone knows Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. All right, so then we have something really cool. All right, Sarkhan the Masterless. Whenever a creature attacks you or a planeswalker you control, each dragon you control deals 1 damage to that creature. Then his +1 is, until end of turn, each planeswalker you control becomes a 4/4 red dragon creature and gains flying, okay? And then his -3 is create a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. So if you have just like a bunch of planeswalkers out, and you get out Sarkhan, and you +1 him, then you just have this army of dragons. It's actually really cool and fun to see in action, and that is exactly what this deck is trying to do. So that's exactly what we're going to go and play on the ladder and see if we can do together, you and I. So let's go. All right, Quetzal. I like that name. Sounds cool. Quetzal. Okay, so I guess we'll keep this. Only cast planeswalker spells. Can we keep this? Yes. Yes, we can keep this. So we'll keep. We can Teferi or Deafening Clarion on turn 3 if we need. Our set, that's a good draw. Enters tapped. Okay, so this looks like mono red perhaps, but mono red with no turn 1 drop. Okay, interesting. So I guess we'll just do nothing? Wait to see what they do. Rakdos, do nothing for two turns. That seems really weird. Field of Ruin. Okay. Mayhem Devil. I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy right now. I think I'm gonna keep my shock. I think I'm just gonna keep it. Let's Teferi.
I am not
Send this guy back.
No,
Draw a card.
making this up as I go.
Okay. Then we can Narset next turn if we want to, or Deafening Clarion if we want to. What is this? Destroy target non-basic land. Okay. More Mayhem Devil. Okay, so it is kind of like... it is kind of like a aggro deck here, but kind of not. So we're just gonna do this and pass the turn.
Might be a bad idea.
This might be a bad idea. Basically, we'll Deafening Clarion when they declare attackers. Hopefully they'll put more to the board. If they do, then we'll get more out of our Deafening Clarion. But probably not. Then next turn, excuse me, then next turn we can Sarkhan. Sarkhan. And get in. Get in for a wee bit. What is this guy gonna do? He's just kind of sitting here. This is really cool. I wanted to make a deck where Mayhem Devil worked. I really did. But there wasn't really anything that I could do. I tried real hard. And got so far. But in the end, it just didn't matter. Okay. We kill. We kill all the things. Done. And maybe we can Spell Pierce or Shock something if we need to. If he does something more. If he does something more than that. Does he want to... Searches alive for a basic line card. Puts it into the battlefield. Okay. Nothing. He didn't want to do anything. I'm cool with that. I am super cool with that. How about now? How about now? Isareth. Interesting. Sure. Okay. So we can get out Sarkhan and create a dragon. Or maybe we just bring out Narset and shock whatever it is that he brings in. I don't want to lose Teferi. I don't want to lose any of my stuff. I don't want to lose a darn thing. If I Narset, I might be able to find something to do against this Isareth. And I do have 2 of them. But I don't want to lose. What's she gonna do? She'll probably take... She can pay X to bring out a Mayhem Devil and then kill both of whatever it is that I have. So I'm just going to bring out this guy.
Who are you to call me?
Bring out a dragon. If they have removal for the dragon, then that's too bad. But they won't be able to... Well, if they have like a cast down, they can still use Isareth to bring back a Mayhem Devil. If they have a cast down, they could just get rid of everything. So it's a bit risky here. It's a bit risky. Maybe we should have Narsetted to try and find another Deafening Clarion. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the best course of action would be there. Honestly. She does have Death Touch. I don't care. I'll still kill her if I can with my dragon. Yep. great if I still had a shock up.
You.
So probably trying to get a Mayhem double back to kill my Sarkon. Wait, does it also attack? It does not attack. Wait, does it not? Yeah, it does not attack. Interesting. Cool. That's great. I thought that it did for some reason. Treasure map, sure. So does this deal damage to any target? Okay. So we are gonna pay 2 life for this, I think. And pay 1 for this, or plus this one rather. Get in there. Get in there for a bunch. And we'll Narset, keeping up a Spell Pierce. And a shock.
I train every day. Hone your prowess.
Another Narset. Okay. Alright. So he's probably going to kill my Sarkon. But I will have another Sarkon. And at that point, I'm going to have a bunch of Planeswalkers that can just get in there all over the place. Hopefully. Cross fingers. Hopefully they'll just want to kill the Narset. That would be great, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be lovely? Yeah, okay. Keeping it. So something he wants, probably removal. I mean, I'm sure they have lots of Planeswalker removal there. Pass. What you gon' kill? Who you gon' kill? Teferi. Okay. Sure. Ooh. Okay, I was gonna say. I was like, that'd be great. But we don't have any dragons.
No more games.
That's strange that he doesn't want to kill anything. Aha. Okay. Sure.
I suppose that's how it was meant to happen.
Sure. Okay. So we're going to Narset here.
Meditate and prepare.
Interesting. What do we want here? This is very interesting. Probably a Kesmina, honestly. No, we'll do Gideon. We'll do Gideon. So we'll just attack. If he blocks Sarkon, we'll shock him. Shockity shock. And we'll drop another Sarkon. Right? Creating a dragon. And drop a hollowed fountain. Okay. Sorry I haven't been more chatty. I'm not used to this deck, so I have to like kind of think about what I'm doing. Can't just make like those snap reactions like I do when I'm playing some of the decks that I'm more comfortable with. Okay. So what is this guy gonna do here? Sacrificing a thing to kill my Narset. Sure. That doesn't matter? Wait, what is he doing here? What is going on? I'm so confused. You're dead. You do realize that, yes? Right? Unless you can do something for 1? What can he do for 1 that sacrifices? What do we want? Doesn't matter what we get? I don't think it does. We're just gonna get blue. I don't think there's something he can do for 1. Okay. Okay. That was cool. That's cool to see that sacrifice deck with a Mayhem Devil. I really do like Mayhem Devils. I kind of wanted, like I said before, I wanted to make a deck with a Mayhem Devil, but I just couldn't make it work. This is someone who works out a lot. Huh. Don't know how I feel about this one. This is really, really slow, so I do not think that we can keep this. Okay. I think this is better, even though we're never going to cast our Gideon Blackblade. Yeah, sure, we can keep that too. They're going first. Watery Grave. Alright, enters tapped. So, Esper control, perhaps? 'Tis Esper! And, my friend, we're not casting a damn thing, so don't you worry, you're pretty little head. You keep your spells to yourself. Thought Erasure. Okay. What do you value? Probably Narset? Narset would be the smart one. Gideon. You are afraid of Gideon. Good to know. So we're gonna cast an Narset. For another Narset? I don't think we need a Deafening Clarion against Esper control, do we? I don't think so. We'll get another Narset. That's fine. That is fine. I do believe. Okay.
Meditate and prepare.
Teferi. Teferi is a good one. Enters tapped. So, I mean, I don't know, man. I think we're just gonna Fibble and keep up a shock. If you want to counter my Fibble, then go for it. I am not interested in just putting a Teferi into your whatever. You know what I mean? Okay, Interplanar Beacon, sure. This deck actually, this deck list does not have any ways of dealing with Planeswalkers, which is interesting. Okay, I guess I'm gonna shock you. I guess. I mean, I don't know what else to do. Can't really do much else, honestly. Honestly. So he's gonna want to counter either a Sarkhan or a Teferi. Which one would I rather him counter? Probably a Sarkhan, honestly. I'd probably have him counter that over a Teferi. No. I'm just gonna wait. Maybe we'll cast another Narset. Let's do another Narset. Yeah. He can counter it if he wants.
The focused and disciplined, encountering with thoughtfulness
Kasmina.
before action.
Yeah. So he knows everything that we have. We don't know anything that he has, but he's not casting a damn thing. So we're kind of like keeping him off balance a wee bit. Alright, so now, do we have enough to cast two things? We don't. Let's see if we can, though. Deafening Clarion, another Kasmina, or another Narset. I guess we'll just pack in another Narset, like what the heck, why not? Teferi Time Traveler, let's see if he wants to counter that. We've got plenty of goods. And if he doesn't want to counter this, then he's never going to be able to counter us again. Maybe he has the Elder Spell. Yeah, absolutely. Okay. We'll Narset again. Yep. We'll get more dudes. Next turn we can...
Every day. No one is more prepared than me.
We can cast Sarkhan. Ooh, that sucks.
This.
Done. Done. Done? Okay. It wasn't letting me click on it. Like, what the hell? I'll attack. So he might have another counterspell. We probably just want to cast more of our dudes, huh? What we want to do is get enough spells out for him to... If we got another Teferi, baby Teferi, that would be great. Spell Pierce. I don't really care about Spell Pierce. So we're just gonna enter tapped. We'll cast a Kaz. See if he wants to counter it. We have far better things. He doesn't want to counter it. Very good. I'm cool.
So do try to keep up. My students are loyal geniuses.
And let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll just drop the island. We could probably drop the Spell Pierce. I don't think that we're gonna end up Spell Piercing him anytime soon. I don't know what he's got. I mean, maybe he just has a crap ton of counterspells. Although if he does, I don't know why he wouldn't counter Kazmina. He must be just waiting for us to cast our Sarkhan. Maybe he's flooded? I don't know. He's not doing anything. It's just really weird. So. Yep. Shock. Draw a card, discard a card. There's our Teferi. So I'll drop a Spell Pierce because, like, literally we're never going to use that now. Can we Sarkhan and Teferi same time? We can't. I mean, I guess we just Sarkhan? Like, we can try and control him out, right? I guess we don't need to at the moment. Let's just frickin' kill him with our dudes for now. Kaya's Wrath. Okay. There he goes. So now he can only counter one thing. So we're gonna shock him. He still has a counter spell. Hopefully we draw land. We did. We drew a land. So pay 2 life. It's Fairy Time Raveler. So now he won't be able to counter us if he counters this. I mean, if he doesn't counter this, he won't be able to counter us. If he does counter it, then we can just Sarkhan. Yeah. Which is exactly what we're going to do. Bam. Which is exactly what he knew was going to happen. Okay, so now he needs like an Elder Spell. Which he might have. He might have an Elder Spell. Oh, Vraska's Contempt that specifically. Okay.
Would rather die than lose.
Alright. So we're gonna Hero of Dominaria.
Let's slow this down. Keep up the pace.
So he was like waiting for that. End turn. So this isn't bad. We could be in worse positions. He's just going to struggle to try and control us.
I can no longer stand by and watch.
Alright, so we can only cast spells. Okay, so we're both... Okay, no. He can still counter us. Okay. Okay. But we can,
That's more like it.
we can put this guy on top of his deck if we want to. But I think we're just going to draw cards.
Hold that
Honestly, there's another Teferi. The Time Raveler. Do we want to cast it? I guess we do. Yeah. Want to cast that? Get him to cast more of his counter spells, which he didn't do.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Okay. And now we're just trying to draw more card draw. We need a Sarkhan or a Gideon. A Sarkhan or a Gideon. They're kind of like our only ways of winning, really, huh? I haven't really played this deck much before today, so I'm still learning.
Here we go.
But if we get to fairy all the way up there, haha, that's right, you don't get to draw more, so yes, he messed up. He messed up and he was like, ah, screw it. Well, that feels good. We beat the Esper control deck. Okay, let's keep going. See if we can do more of that. Yeah, these games are going to be super dirtily if we're like, because I think this deck is just kind of Jeskai control. I think that's what it tries to do. And then getting in with Sarkhan after you've already controlled. Yeah. I mean, the deck list itself is apparently really strong. Like, people get up there really well with it, but I don't know. It feels weird to me. Yeah, we'll keep this. We can spark double Sarkhan if we want to later. Hopefully we're not playing against control. Because I don't think this is good against control. Although we are going first. So maybe it would be good against control. So there's another Sarkhan. We can Teferi. And then Teferi again if we wanted to. Okay. We're just gonna Teferi. Will Teferi
If you show remorse,
minus,
I'll show
I think.
restraint. I'll protect you.
To draw. And set them back a bit. Set them back a wee bit. So now we can spark double. We'll probably... Do we want to spark double Sarkhan? I feel like that would be really strong. So there's the Llanowar Elves. There's a Fibbleth. So I think we'll just Fibbleth now. Okay, we're gonna land. And then... Until next turn, blah blah blah. We'll Sarkhan next turn, and then we'll spark double the turn after that, targeting Sarkhan. And hopefully it doesn't have a way of getting rid of Sarkhan. Okay, we got Explore Core. We got Explore Core, everybody. Let's hope we draw a Deafening Clarion.
Oh, I've done the hero thing before. We begin.
So we'll +1.
Might demands power.
And we'll get in with our Teferi. Go, Teferi! And then we can spark double Sarkhan. And then we can have like 2 dragons out if we want. Do we want that? What can he cast? That would suck. Getting rid of our Sarkhan would suck. I would prefer him not to do that. Jade Light Ranger, sure. 2 lands. I suppose there are better things for him to draw. Merfolk Ranger. Okay. Like... Whatever. Uh-huh.
Come on.
Alright. So... What are we gonna want to do here? Do we want to spark double Sarkhan? Because then we could minus him twice? And get 2 dragons out? Maybe we just want to... Let's +1 him. No. What do we want to do here? Actually, this is a really good question. Because we could minus Teferi to bring the Wild Growth Whacker back into his hand. But I think we want to... We need to defend ourselves. We need to defend ourselves. So I think we are actually going to spark double this guy.
No sword
And we
can
are going to
pierce my
minus him.
scales.
Do we want to minus him? I think we are going to minus him. We're going to minus him twice. Yeah. I think that's the right thing to do. I think that's the right thing to do. Because now, if he attacks with anything, it's going to ping any creatures for 4. Right? because Sarkhan's gonna hit twice for that. I mean, if he can get rid of both of our creatures, then that would obviously be awful. So let's hope that he can't do that. We need a Deafening Clarion here pretty bad. I think I'll probably minus the Wild Growth Walker next turn. Viv. Okay, so Viv can get rid of one of the dragons. Ooh, we should have Spell Pierced that. Ugh. I'm not used to playing control. Yep.
Feel that every defeat is a new beginning.
So we can kill the Wild Growth Walker and anything, like, if he attacks with anything, then they're all gonna die. Any of them will die. Yeah, that's dead. Yep, that's dead. I don't think he doesn't get it. So they're all gonna die. They are all gonna die.
Listen to them roar! I will consume you! Watch this!
Yep. Goodbye. There goes your whole entire army. Just gone. And a Deafening Clarion. Yeah. I mean, right? That's what we want to do. We'll do both. +1.
To the skies.
Attack you. And attack you. Right? Gain a ton of life.
Bad.
Oh, we don't gain the life. That's weird. I find that to be strange. Why would we not gain life?
That's
+1,
more
roll
like it.
+1.
They are coming.
Okay, this says creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. So I guess they already have to be out in creatures. It's not just like a banner that you get. It's not like all creatures you control gain lifelink until end of turn. I don't know. That seems kind of weird to me. I feel like that should count. And it doesn't. It totally doesn't. Alright. So we're gonna minus
Come to me.
and plus.
Come to me.
Attacking with everything. And then I guess we'll minus. No, we don't want to do that. Cancel. Let's just plus. So that we can like frickin' Deafening Clarion whenever we want, I suppose. Yeah, this is strong. Spark doubled Sarkhan the Masterless is it's pretty good, man. It looks like he might be flooded out actually a little bit, a wee bit. Flooded out a wee bit, which sucks for him, but it's good for us. Mana Flood. Good for you, bad for them. Hydroid Crisis? Sure. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. We did it. Great. Did we win the last one? I can't remember if we won the last one or not. It's been up and down with this deck because, like I said, I'm not really very good at it yet. I'm not used to not having, like, any Planeswalker control. There's, like, literally nothing in this deck that targets Planeswalkers specifically. Like, what you want to do is you want to get up to... I mean, I guess to Fairy can get rid of Planeswalkers. Gideon feels weird in here. Like, I haven't had a good run with this Gideon at all. Because you don't really have any creatures early, except for Fibbolth, maybe, but that's, like, stupid. Like, you don't need him. I guess we'll keep this. We can have a Spell Pierce open early. Kesmina on turn 3. I'm 4. And Kesmina is a pretty good one to have. Okay. Cool. Cool. We'll keep both of those up in. So we're up against red. Red without any turn 1 play. That is fascinating. Hey, it's a Fibbolth. It's a Fibbolth. I think we'll Fibbolth. Keeping up a shock. A land. Fascinating. Fascinating. So we want a Sarkon. Let's hope that we can Kasmina for a Sarkon. Okay. Yep. Pass. Don't think we quite care. More lands. Okay. So we are gonna Kasmina
War is coming. I will
for a
join
blocker.
my cause.
Okay, more lands. Even more lands. All the lands. We want Sarkon, obviously, is what we want. We want a Sarkon. Although, I think that Gideon's probably wouldn't be that bad. Would he be bad? Yeah, he would be pretty bad, actually. It's a Fairy Time Reveler. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna block you, bro. Get as many Kasmina things as we can. Okay. It's probably gonna target her. Yeah.
Rash.
Very rash. Jerk. So we'll bring out a Fibble. Draw a card. Another Spell Pierce. Okay. Not exactly what we want to be seeing. We want a Deafening Clarion here, I think.
Who
Ow.
has learned a lesson.
Okay. Another Interplanar Beacon. Okay. It's not exactly what we want to be seeing here.
We are
Okay.
the future.
I guess we'll drop a Spell Pierce. Because Narset's pretty good. Narset is pretty good. He can just kill Kasmina straight out here. Mm-hmm. Yes. Yep. No blocks. There's no need.
I will seek out
Doesn't do
others
anything
then.
for us. Just loses our dude. Pass. Runaway Steamkin. Okay. We will shock that. Go away. Okay. Sarkon. I don't think that we can cast him right away. Because we don't have any protection for him against Goblin Chain Whirlers. Like, we need a Deafening Clarion. We need a Deafening Clarion, like, really hard. We need it
My
really
promise
hard.
is on meditate.
Deafening
and
Clarion.
prepare.
There it is. Fucking fantastic. Deafening Clarion. Done. Bye. Okay, then next turn Sarkon the Masterless. Then we're good. That is exactly what we needed. It's almost like somebody with brains made this deck. This guy's been really slow.
Such violence
Okay.
is upsetting.
Sure. Sure, I guess. I think we're gonna... Should we +1 this guy? I think we're gonna... I think we're gonna -4 him. That's probably not the best idea ever. He can probably just shock it now. Chandra. Spell Pierce. Nope. That was really good. I was very lucky. Now we are just gaining super bunches of life.
Let's skip to the good part.
Gain some life, draw some cards, attack with some dragons. Bam, bam. End turn. You and you. Not like it matters. We don't run counter spells in here anyway. Well, I mean, we do. We do have spell pierces, which I guess did kind of just save our butt. Okay. Fine. Fibble. We'll bring out a Fibble. Another Fibble. Let's draw a card though.
No time for a break.
Spark Double. I don't think we want to spark double to fairy. I think we actually just want to cast another fumble. Draw as many cards as we can. And it doesn't matter which one to keep. Really doesn't. Oh, okay. They really want us to have as many Teferi Hero of Dominarias as possible. It's probably because they know how much I hate him. Just give her all of them. I suppose we could spark double fumble. I feel like that's such a waste though. Because if he's got another chain whirler, then... Okay, great. He conceded. I approve. I approve. Dealing with a friend's deck is really frustrating. It turns games into like really long games. Okay. Alright, so let's play a little bit more. I think we have enough time for another game or two, depending on how long they go. Bucked. Bucked. Okay, so we'll keep, right? Because we have some turn 2 plays here. Turn 2 play, a turn 3 play. It's gonna cost us some life to do those things, but I think it might be worth it. Fairy, okay. Oh, pay 2 life for a fumble. Spark double. Okay, I think a Gideon spark double's good. Fairy spark double might also be good. Green blue. This stinks of steal your things. Yeah. Green blue steal your things. Okay. So if that's the case, he can steal lots of things. So I think what we're gonna do is this.
I know my responsibility.
Get out of here.
Don't worry, I got this.
Drew land. Okay. No attacks. Alright. Incubation Druid. Yeah, so he wants to kill Teferi.
This is hardly
I
my
think that's
worst
okay. So I think we Narset and shock the Incubation Druid.
There are so many, but thoughtfulness.
Ooh,
before
Deafening
action.
Clarion. But Sarkon. We don't have any... We need more lands, though. I think we'll Deafening Clarion. And we'll kill this Incubation Druid just now. I don't want to deal with him. If he has another land, though, he might be able to steal our Narset. No. Hydroid Crisis. Okay. For 2. For 3. Okay. I mean...
Keep an open mind.
I guess do we want to Spell Pierce? We don't need another Hero of Dominaria. We can Teferi Time Raveler though. But we're gonna Deafening Clarion. And just Spell Pierce anything that he casts. If he tries to cast anything. Hopefully he tries to steal Narset or something. Another Hydroid Crisis. Okay. But he can't draw more cards. And I think Alt Fairy.
This isn't a fight you can win. This might be a bad idea.
I don't mind. I don't mind if he wants to cast it again. He's only gaining life. He's not drawing any cards because Narset's awesome. He might be able to steal some stuff, but we are going to Spell Pierce it if we can. Okay. Another Hydroid Crisis. Very good. So now what do we want to do? Go +1 here, and we'll Sarkon here.
Feel the heat of my flames.
This could be very bad. If he can steal some of our stuff, this is going to be bad. Probably should have kept up a Spell Pierce. Okay. That doesn't mean necessarily that he can't steal stuff. Okay. He's just getting it out of range of potentially bad stuff happening. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think we'll minus the Hydroid Krasis?
Sorry I'm late.
I think that's exactly what we're
I'm
going
not
to do.
ready for this quite yet.
So that we can just attack him.
I've got it.
Okay, +1.
Might demands
Attack for all the
power.
things. Okay. And he can attack us with the Incubation Druid. I am way cool with that. Hopefully he doesn't have Mass Manipulation. If he has a huge Mass Manipulation, then we're in trouble. Because he could do it for a huge amount. But he doesn't. Good. He's going to attack Sarkon. We win. If he attacks Sarkon, we win. Hopefully that's what he does. Yay!
Listen to them roar. The dragon does not lose.
I mean, hopefully we win. I suppose he could do something else. Like, I don't know, what could he do? Okay, he's got another Hydroid Krasis. Okay. So we can attack him for 1, 2. Let's draw a card.
We need to move quickly.
Lightning Strike. Okay. We can get rid of it. We can get rid of it. Hold on. If we got rid of him, we could attack him for 12. Yeah. Right?
Trust me, I have a plan.
I think so. I think that's how it works out. Yeah.
Let us fight. I will call the dragon.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm starting to get used to this deck. I'm starting to get a little comfortable with it. So that was green, blue, steal your things, but he actually like never got Mass Manipulation or that enchant. What is it called? Melody. It's like an enchanting melody type thing or something like that. All right. Well, that was pretty good. I feel good about those games. I'm surprised at how well this deck does. I feel like it needs more ways of dealing with planeswalkers, because it's really slow. It's really slow. So if you don't get blockers out, then you can't, like, you know, your Gideon's no use. Your Narset dies really fast. Your Teferi Time Raveler dies really fast. And then, like, you don't have anything out by the time Sarkon gets out. So, I don't know. It feels like it's got a lot of glaring weaknesses. I'm really surprised that it's very good in the meta right now. But it is. Like, it's played a lot in the meta right now, this particular deck. And this particular deck list was one that I found from online, which is, like, one of the popular ones that people are playing right now. Somebody got to Mythic with this deck list, so... I mean, it worked for us just there, so it does work for people. I'm just not comfortable playing it. I never feel like I'm really in control and not worried about stuff. I'm always like, okay, is he gonna win? Is he gonna do something? It seems too fragile. So I'd probably change some things. Like I said, probably get rid of the Gideons. I'll probably get rid of the Gideons. I'd probably I'd put in more planeswalker removal, you know. I think maybe like what is it? The Prison Realm? So I probably put in like a Prison Realms or something like that. Yeah. But I mean, we did all right. It went all right. And I actually had fun, even though a lot of the games were kind of dirtily. I had fun, and I hope you guys also had fun watching me play it. And I will see you guys the next time. Bye.